Ladies and gentlemen, frogs and toads, it is time to give you the 13 best, hands down, completely fact related, there's no opinions on it, no biases or anything like that, video of cars under $2,000 for your first car or whatever. What's going on, guys? My name is Mark Roden. Welcome back to the channel, and today you heard me right, baby. We got 13 of the best choices of cars under $2,000. Yes, that's right, $2,000. You know how easy it is to make $2,000? Baby, you work a freaking minimum wage job, you make $2,000 in a month. So come on, baby, we got this. $2,000. You guys can do it. I know you can. If you're in high school, I got you. Now, guys, I really quickly want to say before we even get into this video, these cars are all obviously not going to be in the best condition if you find them for under $2,000. No car is. No matter what car you're looking for, $2,000 is a very cheap car. It's going to have high miles. So just remember that before we get into this video, and so that you're not like, well, yeah, but all these cars are going to be over 100,000 miles. I know, okay? Everybody does. Everybody should, at least. Anyway, guys, if you want to support the channel any more than you already are, head on over to www.smoothstance.com/shop to pick yourself up any hats, shirts, or shorts. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Alright, so number 13, dead last, is the BMW 328i E46. E46 is a beautiful, beautiful car, and they come with a 2.8 liter inline 6 that makes a very nice 190 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive, actually. Alright, yay, we're starting off strong. But I also wanted to start off this list with the only car on here that I honestly cheated on a little bit. Okay, like, yeah, I cheated. Teacher, take me out to the hallway. You most likely aren't going to be able to find one of these cars for under $2,000 anymore. But if you wait a couple more months until everything goes back to normal, then honestly, they're going to drop back below there. Every car is a little bit worth more than they actually are worth right now. And so you have to realize that. The car, honestly, in my opinion, is well worth the wait, too. I think it's one of my favorites on this list and easily one of the most fun. And yes, BMWs can be reliable. I know, shocking. But the one that you're going to find for under $2,000 most likely will have seen some miles on it. But yeah, give it a couple months. E46s will be back under 2K. And honestly, if they were under 2K, I would have put these in the top 3 easily. They're beautiful, wonderful cars. Alright, now for the actual cars that you can still find under 2K. Number 12 is the Nissan Altima 4th generation, which comes with a 2.5 liter turbocharged inline 4, making only 170 horses, and it was front wheel drive. And these cars are kind of just there to look cool. I mean, you're not going to win any races in the 2.5 liter that comes in these cars. But boy, do I have some good news for you. That's right, breaking news on the Mark Roden channel. For just like $2,000 more, if you manage to save up a little bit more cheddar, you could buy the 3.5 liter Altima, which comes with the exact same engine that's found in the 350Z. And then you're going to be talking some big bucks, baby. But like, you got a 350Z engine in a little Altima. Yeah, it's front wheel drive and boring, but still, you're fast now. But yeah, honestly, the Altima is just kind of there for a daily driver with a little bit of a wild side to them. They can look really good when lowered. Number 11 is the Volkswagen new Beetle, or the 2nd generation Beetle, and it comes with a 2.5 liter inline 5 that makes a very nice 150 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive, of course. And these cars, man, I mean, what more can I say about the car that the car doesn't already say about itself? You either hate them or love them. Personally, I love them. They are just like so unsuspecting when modified. Like, you would never expect them. You'd never expect a freaking Beetle to be fast. But sure enough, people have made them fast, and it's absolutely hilarious and wonderful at the same time. It's like a work of art. You just never know what your emotions are when you see a quick little freaking Beetle. Plus, it has plenty of space. It's pretty damn reliable and looks honestly not too bad when slammed on the ground with some nice modifications done to it. It honestly looks pretty good. Numero 10 is actually the Volkswagen Jetta MK5, and the reason that I put 2 Volkswagens in a row is because they are pretty much the same car. I mean, it comes with the same engine, a 2.5 liter inline 5 that makes 150 horsepower, and it was also front wheel drive. So they are similar in literally every single way except for looks. And I know the aftermarket support is a little bit larger for the Jetta, so I had to put it one spot higher, but they're pretty damn interchangeable. I mean, like, if you like the looks of a Beetle better than a Mark V Jetta, buy the Beetle. If you like the looks of a Beetle or a Jetta, or you want to have it a little bit easier when modifying it, buy the Jetta, because obviously the Jetta has more modifying potential out there. Just please, for the love of God, though, if you do buy either one of these Volkswagens, don't slap a bunch of sad boy stickers on it and make it look cool, okay? Just please stop with the sad boy stuff. You're not sad. Just go outside, be happy. There's so much to live for. Number 9 is the Mitsubishi Eclipse third generation, 3G. I think it's the third generation. It comes with a 3-liter V6 that makes 200 horsepower. And it was front-wheel drive. And this is why Mitsubishi failed as a company for sports cars. They built things like this when Nissan was building like the 350Z, Mazda was building the Miata, Honda was still building their Civics, but still, like, this car has the same amount of power as a Civic, but with 2 more cylinders. Come on, bro. Plus, the looks of these things aren't all there unless you get the coupe. Like, honestly, if you get the convertible of these cars, I don't know what you were thinking, but if you get the coupe and you modify it heavily, and even then it's kind of hard to make it look cool, but they are still a sports car, and you definitely can have some fun with it, so it definitely deserves a spot on this list. It's just, I think it was a disappointment, that's all. But if you can get over like the whole history of Mitsubishi and everything, then it's a good car. If it wasn't a Mitsubishi, it would be a great car. Number 8 is the Honda Civic EG. Everybody knows these cars, baby. They come with a 1.6 liter inline 4 that makes 125 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive, and it's just an absolute insane tuning just monster that is obviously the best choice if you were into the tuning side of things. But I do have to warn you that these cars have been neglected, like mentally and physically abused their whole lives, and it is completely up to you to save them. So do you have what it takes? That kind of sounded like an ad, like a mobile game or something, but you know what I meant. They need love, and you will have lots and lots of work on your hands if you pick one of these cars up. But the good news is the work is very easy and very cheap. Plus, you'll learn how a car works on a Civic. It's so much easier than you're going to learn on anything else, and at the end of the day, it's going to look really cool. Number 7 is the Audi A4 B7. Didn't plan that, but it comes with a 3-liter V6 that makes a very nice 220 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive. And so far, that number is very good for this list, 220 horsepower. Audi, of course, is very good at making quick little luxury cars, but I might rock your world when I say this, but they are actually quite reliable, too. I know. It probably sounds like I just freaking told you that your mom is actually a dude, but I promise it's the truth. I recently did a video talking about the most reliable cars ever in the world, and the Audi A4 was on that list, so there's no real reason I can see as to why this car isn't a good choice. They are luxurious, they are pretty quick, they're very cheap, and they're very reliable, but do keep in mind that the mileage will be very high for this one because they are an Audi, and they actually have a bit of a following behind them. Number 6 is the first generation Subaru Forester, which comes with a 2.5 liter flat 4 making 160 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive. And just stop. I don't even know what I was going to go with that. Just stop, though. This car is such a baller car. I love everything about them, besides, obviously, the fact that they are all-wheel drive and not rear-wheel drive. But it's actually pretty damn easy to swap a Subaru to rear-wheel drive. So go check out my boy Eric Buda. He did that with his WRX. And if you do that, you got yourself such a fun little hatchback that you can carry all the boys around in. Yes, the seats may smell like somebody has been using it as a toilet for the past century, but if you clean her up a bit and make her look nice again, dude, people might think you're freaking Jeff Bezos, all right? They might be like, who's this guy? He's got an actual clean Forester and never seen before. Number 5 is the Acura Integra, which comes with a 1.8 liter, by the way, we're talking about the base model Integra here, 1.8 liter inline 4 that makes 140 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive and looks awesome. Personally, I love the looks of the Integra, and I know a lot of people agree with me out there. It's one of the best looking Hondas ever built. I said it. I said it. Go ahead and attack me. But the car has been popular for so long. Like, people have been modifying these cars since they came out, and they still just haven't died off yet. You can do whatever you want to an Integra, and you don't gotta worry. The car is extremely reliable. It looks very good with almost anything that you do to it. It's extremely cheap to maintain and everything. Like, buying the car is cheap, maintaining the car is cheap, fixing everything on the car is cheap. And it probably only has like 3 heroin needles in it, since it is once again a car that people tend to use in very rough neighborhoods. But that's a lot less than some cars out there. So hey, we're off to a good start. Number 4 is the Ford Crown Vic. Oh yeah, baby. It comes with a 4.6 liter V8 that makes 240 horsepower, and it is rear-wheel drive and just screams America. Once again, that horsepower number is a very good number when you think of it for under $2,000. You honestly don't get much options, especially over 200 horsepower, and it just absolutely just smashed the competition out of the park. But all good things must come to an end, and the end for this car is the looks. I mean, personally, I have never liked the looks of these things. I just think they look so boring. They look like a grandma sedan. And I know some people do, so I'm sorry if you're a part of the Ford Crown Vic cult, but I just don't like them. They're just not my favorite. But hey, if you only care about power, then it's a great choice. 240 horsepower, and it's got an American V8 in it. Like, let's go. Third place is another Ford, the Ford Mustang New Edge, which comes with a 3.8 liter V6 that makes a very small 190 horsepower. I say very small. There's been a lot of smaller cars on this list, but for what it is, it's small. And the car was rear-wheel drive. But you got to cut these boys some slack because this is right after people were still recovering from the gas crisis, and so they were still making good gas mileage cars at the time. But boy, oh boy, this puppy was just something else. Now, I know you may think that V6 muscle cars are stupid, and I would normally agree with you, but for under $2,000, dude, there's no a V8 muscle car for under $2,000. Like, you only can get a V6 muscle car. So a V6 rear-wheel drive, good-looking car is still very good. And between this and the Crown Vic, they are completely interchangeable based on what you like. If you like speed more than looks, get the Crown Vic. If you like looks more than speed, get the Mustang. Second place silver medal is the Acura TL second generation, which comes with a 3.2 liter V6 that makes a very nice 225 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive, of course. And come on, dude, this car is such a good choice. How could you not like the freaking Acura TL? The whole line of Acura TL and TSXs or whatever they're doing nowadays is just such a good looking, honest car. I have said time and time again that the third gen TL is honestly your best bet for under 5K, but you sadly can't find those generations for under 2K. So what do you do then? Well, you go one generation down, of course, to a still very good car. Like, bro, think about it. You get Honda reliability, you get very good power. It looks decent, but honestly way better when modified, and it's cheap as all hell, and you don't got to worry about like freaking a bunch of gross stuff being in it because most likely the person before you was a grandma. First place gold medal, however, is none other than the Infiniti G35 Sedan, which comes with a 3.5 liter V6 that makes 287 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive. And they look not the best, okay? They're not the best looking for sure, but honestly, I think compared to this list, they look awesome. But obviously, the looks aren't the selling point. That is the power that it has. It shares the same engine that's in the very popular 350Z, which ya boy has, and it actually weighs less than a 350Z while still being rear-wheel drive like a 350Z. I love my 350Z, and I recommend it to literally everybody out there. And the fact that this car is pretty much a four-door version of it, I mean, good golly, I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't pick this under 2K. I don't know why I just said good golly, by the way. Excuse me for that one. I'm not old. Anyway, back to the car. Reliable? Yeah, it's pretty damn reliable. It's the most reliable V6 of the 2000s. Cheap? You could buy one with a freaking ring pop and a firm handshake if you try. Cool? Maybe not on the outside, but the inside is like freaking so cool. It reminds me of Gordon Ramsay. And fast? Dude, for under $2,000 having 350Z speed, I'd sure say so. But that is, of course, the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see. Also, we're going to be doing a lot more like reacting to things videos, like the one I did yesterday, because that was a blast to make. And to be honest, right now, the views are kind of low. So I was like, you know what? The views are low anyway. Let's just do whatever I want to do to be happy, to be fun, to have fun with it. That's how YouTube is supposed to be, just fun. So I'm going to start doing those again because it was fun to do, and I like them, so I'm probably going to do another one tomorrow. Maybe I'll do JDM cars or drift cars or something. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video yesterday because they're going to be staying for a little while. They were fun to do. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.